Anyone here? There we go. I found it. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Irving Las Colinas Rotary Club. It is a delight to see all of you here on site, and those of you that are joining us virtually, we're glad you are here also. We're looking forward to a good meeting, so we're going to start without further ado. Dr. Bill Labar is going to lead us in our invocation, if you will please stand.
And I want to do a historical note for our speakers. Last time that we had someone from NTTA here to speak to us, Jim Shilstone brought that young lady, and someone, it was when they were transitioning from the toll booths to the automatic things, and someone in the club right when I heard about that, she said, okay, and went right on to the next question. It was pretty, Bobby, you remember, it was pretty funny. So, join me in a spirit of prayer. Eternal God, we give you thanks for the blessings of this day. This cool but pleasant late winter day, spring is going to be upon us. We give you thanks for the work of our club and this community, and to be able to be together this day. We ask your spirit to be upon us, bless the work that we do, to bless our club and all of its endeavors, to bless the food that has been prepared for us, to take it to the nourishment of our bodies, and then to keep us in your peace. In the name of Christ. Amen. Amen.
Awesome. I'm going to have our treasurer, David Harris, lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Blake, are you up for singing?
You bet.
Yes.
All right.
Will you please lead us in
Yes.
Bless America?
You know, I thought we might.
Oh, no.
Well, I thought we might do American Beautiful. It's God Bless America last time, and I love American Beautiful. All right, everybody, please sing along. Oh, beautiful for space, skies forever wait on rain, for her mountains majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. God.
Our secretary, Donna Ariano, is going to introduce our visiting guests and Rotarians. If y'all would please have a seat.
Yes, Buddy Brown. And then we have Sandra and Blake. You know, we always appreciate that. And then, of course, we have Max and Mercy.
One more. We got check. No, we're good. Thank you, though. I appreciate you. Awesome. It is good to see a nice full group today. So thank you for taking the time to join us. As we get started today, I'm going to have Terry Oliver, our program director, introduce our program, and we're so thankful that we can continue to have wonderful programs here at the club. So without further ado, I'll hand it over to Terry.
Today we have Anjelica Solano, is the Assistant Director of Public Affairs at the North Texas Tollway Authority. Anjelica's been with them since 2013. She serves as the Assistant Director of Public Affairs, overseeing departmental operations and strategic planning. Anjelica is a graduate of Texas Tech, so you guys please welcome Anjelica. I should remember this. Do you want me to stay here or get in front of there? Stay here. Okay, I will stay here. Good afternoon. My name is Anjelica Solano. This is such a beautiful afternoon and such a gorgeous venue. I don't think I've ever had such a large screen and friendly hospitality. So thank you so much for having me this afternoon.
We're building anticipation.
Anticipation.
This is all we know my time.
Will you field a question?
Yes.
What do I do with all these points that keep showing up that I have? If it's in your presentation, that's okay. I just don't know what to do.
Yes, that's a great question. So we have a variety of partners. So we do sometimes do a map suite. We did a stars Dallas suite recently. You can get your points towards. There's gas, there's Target, there's Starbucks. So it sounds like you have a lot. So I would just kind of keep an eye out for what you want to do by clicking the redeem button on the Colinas website.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? We'll just do a little backwards.
You still can't hear Gary.
Okay, right there. Is it the mic?
I think it's the mic.
Yeah, it's, you're gonna have to,
Yeah, mic. Are we there?
oh. All right.
Yes.
Back on.
Okay.
Quiet went off.
All right. Oh, that's much better. Much better.
Yeah.
I can hear myself before. I don't think it's very helpful. All right, so to kick it off, I'm Anjelica Solano, the Assistant Director of Public Affairs, and it's again a pleasure to join you today. I think that was the most beautiful redemption of God Bless America and American Beautiful. So yes, thank you for starting in such a great way.
Yeah.
All right. Next slide, please. Smile. Okay. As familiar as most of our customers are with our system, it often surprises how little they know about the organization itself, which is pretty critical in understanding transportation in North Texas or kind of our role in the region. So I'll give a little bit of background to kind of shed some insight on that. Prior to 1997, all of the toll dollars collected in North Texas were collected, sent to Austin, and dispersed throughout the state. And as you can imagine, this really wasn't serving our business and community needs. So with the start of the pen in 1997, NTTA was established to keep our toll dollars local. And so,
Oh, there it goes again.
all right, are we back?
Yeah.
Okay. Last year we celebrated our 25th anniversary. So in terms of what the region will look like in absence of NTTA, we did a thought exercise. And what that looks like is since 2007, every single driver in Texas, not even just locally, but Texas, would have had to spend an extra 6 cents in gas tax per gallon in order to build 1,000.
Oh,
Main miles.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna add IT to my resume. That North Texas has constructed since 1997. This is NTTA in a nutshell. This really helps. Some people think they're double taxed with toll dollars, but we're a completely self-sustaining system. We do not collect tax dollars. So we're a political subdivision of the state of Texas. We only ask what the region asks us to build. We are customer driven and we are not funded by taxes. It's okay.
Just keeps dying. Yay.
All right, so I think we're good on this slide. One of the most popular questions we get is who oversees and governs the NTTA? A lot of people think that we are foreign owned, but we are not. We are governed by our 4 member counties, Tarrant, Denton, Dallas, and Collin County. So we have 2 representatives of each county. They oversee operations to ensure that we are being good stewards of what we are entrusted with, and we have 1 governmental appointee. And here's a lay of the land in terms of numbers and scope for the organization. We have more than 2 million daily transactions each and every day. We have 12.13 million customers a year. We have 6 million toll tags on windshields throughout the Metroplex. And we have a third-party validated 96% customer service ranking. So if you do have any issues with your toll tag, please give us a call. Our customer service folks are pretty phenomenal and will quickly help you. Here's NTTA's system at a glance. And one of the key takeaways from this map, besides the scope of it, is 1 and 3, which is 360 tollways and Chisholm Trail Parkway. And this goes back to a couple of slides ago when I was saying we only build with the region maps. So each of these projects collectively sat on the plotting map for more than 50 years because there just wasn't enough funding available to bring them to fruition. So at that point, NTTA was asked to step in and to build it. And both communities were very excited to have us, which, believe it or not, is not always the case. But for Chisholm Trail Parkway alone, it bypassed 27 stoplights and really unlocked that corridor, and which really grew the economic development along that area. All right, oh, sorry, one more, okay. Here's a kind of another look at that same map. A memory person is really easier for us to explain kind of the tolling in the region. Managed lanes are not owned or operated by NTTA, but as a service to our customers, we do all the back office billing. So those are handled by us in terms of billing. Because if you were driving on a 635 expressway or I-35 or 183, you might not know which developer to ask, but some people are confused about the pricing difference, and kind of why it's a little bit different from NTTA, and that is why. Here's our current and future projects. So we are continuing to build and to keep up with the growth and demands of a pretty prosperous region. Despite COVID and the economic downturns, North Texas has really continued to grow, especially in comparison to other cities across the nation, which we are very thankful for, and we are continuing to support that growth through adding new lanes to our system, expanding. Most recently, you will see Dallas Tollway extending, and the lanes have opened southbound in this area. But if you have been in the prosperous Solano area, you know that 380 overpass kind of just came to an abrupt stop before, and now that overpass is nearly completed for both sides of traffic, the northbound will open in a couple of weeks. But again, that is continuing to support the tremendous growth in that area. And following the overpasses opening, we are going to continue to expand northwards from 380 all the way to 428 FM. So that construction will start in the middle of 2024 and will take a couple of years to build. It is quite a process to build a road. It's not something, of course, that happens overnight. There's an environmental study. What is the impact to the environment? What is that going to look like in terms of lay of the land? And then there's a design element, and lastly, a construction phase. So it is quite a process, and something that we look forward to doing in years to come, dependent on the needs of the region. More in your neck of the woods is the PGBT widening project. So we do our projects in segments. As a background with PR, it'd be amazing to say, ta-da, there's 4 lanes in each direction for the entire corridor, but that wouldn't work as efficiently or as safely. So we conduct them in segments. So all of the segments were completed as of last year. So if you're on that system, you will notice a brand new lane, a 4th lane in each direction to help, again, keep up the flow of traffic from our communities and businesses. Has anyone been on the new lanes? Anyone notice the new lanes? Great. Awesome. And this is a very popular question. Where are my $12 going? So to best represent this, we did a scenario of $1 to simplify it. So if we took $1 for every one that we collect from the customers, out of the gate, 56% is going towards our debt. You're probably wondering, well, what is that debt? We are currently at $9.25 billion of debt. And, you know, it's just building, sustaining, and repairing and maintaining our system. We are at 25% operations and maintenance. So that is ensuring that it's a good quality system. Since our customers are paying to use it. And then lastly, 19% goes towards our capital plan, which is the projects that I recently spoke about in terms of expanding and growing our system. And then here's just some illustration of the regular maintenance that we do. We're fixing potholes, we're making sure our signage is in good condition, the lighting, the buttons on the road, the guardrails. And we try to do this when it's minimal impact to traffic. So for example, late nights and weekends, when we don't have the kind of rush of the commuters. And if there is one takeaway that I would love everyone to have from this afternoon's meeting, it is this slide. If you are stranded on any NTTA operated road, again, that's our system and not maintenance lanes I was referring to, or anywhere else in the region, if you dial #99, we will come for free and we will fix your tire. We will give you enough gas if you run out. Don't abuse this because we have a naughty list. Some people are like, emergencies, giving out gas. There's a flurry of interest there. But last year alone, we had more than 43 calls to the #99 to get help out. And then we also had nearly, or more than 29,000 where we are barricading your vehicle. So if somebody's driving distracted and aren't paying attention, they will not hit your vehicle, they will hit ours. We'll wait with you until you get a tow. If you needed some fluids, our teams can do that. So it really is a really, really great resource. It's one of those things they don't want to think about until it happens. You know, nobody wants to think of themselves stranded on the side of the road, but it is a really, really great resource that we give to all of our customers. And if you're a passenger and you see somebody on the side of the road, you know, go ahead and on our system, go ahead and dial #999 and just let them know where you're at, describe the vehicle. I'm constantly calling in safely just to help out people, because I would hope that somebody remembered that and call and help me. You're probably wondering, well, how do you guys know who's on the system? We do have our trucks that are, you know, monitoring our road, but how we really see is through our smart technology. So at our Safety Operations Center, we have more than 2,000 cameras on the system that will identify if vehicles are stopped. We have really smart technology with loops in the system that can identify, okay, this is not moving. Cars should theoretically be moving on our system. So it could be a mattress, it could be a carousel, ladder. We find a lot of interesting things in our system. This is kind of our eyes on the road to let us know so that we can dispatch help as needed to clear and to get people on their way safely. And this is an event that I hope all of you will train if you have friends or family that might be interested. So we took away the toll booths back in 2010. Sounds like you guys haven't had a speaker from NTTA in a while. Glad to be here. But, you know, when we took down toll booths, we really lost the connection with our customers. Used to, you would see same attendant as you threw in coins, and now you probably only hear about us if you are subscribed to our newsletter or if you have an issue with your toll tag. So we wanted to just get to meet our customers, kind of show them the scale of our operations, the big machinery we use, toll gantry technology, and just really the value of NTTA as a whole. So once a year, one Saturday a year, we get together with all of our colleagues. They bring out the big machinery, technologies, STEM activities from our engineers, and we have a really great event that's free to kids. We give free snow cones. We're also adding a water station because those hands were sticky as it went to this year. But it's a really great event. Get a lot of really good feedback, and it's nice, during a nice spring day to go out and just learn something new. And if you're a Cub Scout, we'll give you a nice little NTTA badge. So yes, we hope that if you guys can make it, you'll be there. There's a tag for everyone. I think most probably have a toll tag, right? Does anyone not have a toll tag? Well, the reason why we want everyone to toll tag is it can be up to 50% more expensive without one, and that's because it's not an automatic system. We're having to go find your vehicle, database, post mail, just a longer process. So the preference from a cost efficiency standpoint is we want everyone in a tag. And if you want to customize your tag, we have several options from college, professional teams. So kind of based on your interests, there's probably a tag that customize more to your liking. And this is the Toll Perks program. So is anyone here a Toll Perks member besides the gentleman who had the question? A Toll Perks member? So every 2 years we conduct surveys with our customers, how's our system, what do you like, what do you wish was a little bit different? And one of the feedback that we got is they wanted something in addition to driving our system. And so we partner with a third party, and this is toll dollars to not go towards it. So we partner with a third party, and if you drive our systems, you will accumulate points that can be used and redeemed in different ways. So there's Target, there was recently a Stars Map Suite, there's for a lot of tickets that need a lot of points, but if you've been accumulating them, you probably could have done that. Car washes, and so just a variety of different partners to redeem. Those promotions are in our monthly newsletter and also at tollperks.com. So it's kind of an ongoing program, but the big pushes are when our newsletter is distributed, which is the first Tuesday of every month. There's an app for that. So if you're ever wanting to manage your account a little bit more conveniently, you can download our app, you can add a vehicle, you can move a vehicle. If you're going to go to downtown Dallas, you can see how much that trip will cost you. It's just a really great resource to have instead of kind of going through our website and managing it that way. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for fixing the IT issues up here and being such a lovely crowd. It's always a pleasure to be here. If there's any more questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you. Okay, there resist. All right, let's go over here first.
Working on it.
You spoke too soon.
Hello. Oh, we're back. Our customers have told us we average 14 minutes to get on site, and the AAA average is typically more than an hour.
Yeah.
So that's just. Hello.
Are you a private company? Is it a government?
Government
It
entity,
is
yes.
a government entity, okay.
Yes.
So as we continue to grow and more highways, how do we decide if it's a toll tag type highway that's being built or one that we can utilize without a toll tag? And what's the process of that? Is we having to say of that, or tell us more about that?
Just like having a bunch of different.
That was a tough question, so maybe that's my out. So in order to build a toll road, it first has to go on COG, which is the Regional Mobility Transportation Plan. So that has a projection of 25 years, and then that's working with member counties and cities to get roads in place. So we follow what is permissioned. Next question.
Do you guys partner with local enforcement members or things about?
So for TMS signs, they have been getting a little bit more restrictive in terms of the messages. So it always was, it had to be tied to a safety message and whatnot. So if you notice, some of the messages are always tied to safety, but
Yes.
okay, we're correct.
There, yeah.
Okay, so we do partner with DPS, for example, we monitor our system, make sure that there's adherence to the speed limit and whatnot, but for our DMS boards, we don't typically partner with them on that front. Yes.
So this Tuesday, the Irving Convention Center, the city of Irving is going to have a meeting to discuss the improvements to State Highway 114 from Riverside all the way up past Belmont. If you or some of your folks will be there, since probably managed lane will be a hot topic.
Because we don't enter operate in managed lanes of region. Yes. Commissioner Squires. Hi. It isn't a very high number, but bear in mind that D&T costs less money originally to build than it did to expand. It's so, for example, from Harry Hines all the way to Mockingbird, we expanded that system. That costs more money than to originally build it from Harry Hines all the way to 635. It's very, very expensive, and of course with inflation, all the different elements of building a road. It's a self-sustaining system, so every dollar that's bundled into it is then used for future projects. If that was going to be your next question. Yes.
I'll just make a thank you to you and the organization. You have evolved over the years, and it when I see whatever my credit is, it automatically pays the card, and so it's very transparent. I think I can use almost any toll road in the state of Texas. The one in Houston, which comes in handy, plus all the ones around here. So thank you for making it easy to do and use. Very easy.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for that comment. It reminds me of two things. The first is your toll tag will work throughout the state of Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and now Florida as of last week.
Oh, cool.
Not around the toll roads in Orlando, but the rest of the state, yes. Eventually, we're hoping that Orlando, toll roads, Georgia, and North Carolina will come on, but that timing's a little, we've been go. They're missing. So Florida, if you're there, I was kind of surprised by the amount of transactions in Florida on our road. It's quite impressive. The second is with tax season. You can go into your toll tag account and see all of your DFW working. So if you need account for business trips or anything of that nature, you can go and have those records easily pulled as well. Yes.
So I'm a Houston native and I still have the Houston toll pass. Should I switch it to the North Texas?
I will take your information and do that. Look at that. Yes.
You're a Houston native and you're actually spending the charge.
Right now.
Well, now if I switch over, I'm gonna put an Astros logo on my North Texas.
We have this. All right. Oh, yes, you had another question.
Yes, so when I used to think of toll, I would think it would alleviate traffic. Is is that still part of your mission, or is it more for better roads, or, you know, because like, I feel like on some freeways that have toll, they're still on traffic, so I don't know if that's part of the mission or.
I mean, the question is, can you build your way out of this growth?
Yeah.
Right? We're the ones bringing new people in and offering a lot of incentives for businesses. Ideally, you know, yes, if you want to get somewhere faster, the managed lanes are designed to maintain at 55 miles per hour or greater speed. That's why the cost differences, but for regular tolls, that's hard because COVID has really impacted the traffic patterns. It used to be more traditional 8 to 5, but what we're really seeing is the shift in patterns. So just as many customers are using our toll roads, but now it is at different windows. Weekends, much higher, evenings, much higher. So we're trying to get millions and millions and millions of people moving. And there's just, you know, can you build your way out of this growth? It's another option.
I'm sorry, last question. Is there something that you guys go by on pricing? I feel like when there's higher demand, higher something a lot.
That's for managed lanes. That's not NTTA system. We're blind. We don't change.
Is NTTA one that's doing the 170 program expansion, or is that?
That's not on our capital plan. What is environmental study in terms of what is on our capital plan? So PGBT towards I-20 on the eastern side of the region by Rockfall, we are studying that corridor, and then also 360 expansion. But again, it's many years process. But those are, and then an elbow from 360 to PGBT, and CTP wasn't built out fully because traffic didn't warrant it. You know, you guys drive on CTP, but you'll notice at the bottom sector there's only one lane. But part of our future plan is to expand that because traffic is now warranting. So those are kind of the bigger ones that are on our plan.
Several years ago, you had a problem with people who were not paid.
Remember those ads? Remember those ads?
What kind of steps can I take?
So we got legislative support for this. So if you're an habitual violator, and it's not somebody who maybe forgot to bill or shoes, these folks have over 100 unpaid tolls. We can block vehicle registration, and they will not be able to get that each year. Yes.
Is it possible to create like a little escape route for those lanes where there's just one lane and you're in the slot and some going that grass up there and now you're stuck?
Are you talking about managements?
There's a couple like there's one on 183 that goes between Dallas and Fort Worth.
Those aren't our lanes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I can't speak to that.
Yeah.
We have 4 lanes, as you just heard.
Cool. Thank you.
It's a very hard message. People just assume they, you know, they get the bill from us and the other operators. I like to educate.
One more question. So the control of the speed, is that in Texas Highway Department, the highway patrol, or is that the city municipality where the road goes through?
City municipality.
Say it again.
City municipality. People like to see away, but it's not safe.
This thing is still working. So Anjelica, thank you. That was a great presentation. I have low expectations about a program on the highways, but I think this is the most engaging program we've had. We had a lot of fun and there were so many questions, so hats off to you.
Yeah, thanks.
And you may have gotten a new customer in the process. That's good. So friends, without further ado, we do have one business item that we need to quickly address that we talked about at the board meeting last week, and that is the meal prices have been raised for us. And so we cannot do that without your buy-in, literally. So we would like to cover our costs and raise the meals to $24, which is now what it costs us. So I would entertain a motion.
I got a question.
Okay,
What's the current price now and what's the?
good question. I think we were charging 22. Is that right? Someone correct me if I was wrong. 21, and it was costing us 22, 23. So we're just trying to, get away from, eating extra costs. We could, we could negotiate and do something different, but it makes sense that, we just pay for what it costs as members.
So there's a $1 increment that's what we're voting on?
No, because actually what we paid was 21, and now we're moving the needle all the way to our actual cost of 24. So that'll actually be a $3 increase, unfortunately.
President, could you address the guarantee per Thursday?
Guaranteed number of meals?
Yes.
Yes, there's 15 is still our contract.
So moved.
Got a motion,
Second.
second from Max. Any further discussion or questions about that? Not the best news to bring to y'all, but yes.
There a change? Yes.
There is a change for guests, and we voted on that at the board meeting. And just for convenience, we actually moved that to 25 in case people are paying cash, because we don't have an easy way to make change for them. So if you are a member paying for a guest, we could probably make some concessions and just charge a cost because it goes on your accounts. But otherwise, if a guest walks in and is paying from another Rotary Club, we're gonna take an extra $1.
Put it in the future program.
That's right. And instead of placing $1 in a bucket, they're placing it in the food. Good question. Yes.
Quick comment. Before COVID, our minimum meals were 35 meals. And then when we closed and then they opened back up, they took that minimum down to 15 3 years ago. And they haven't raised the minimum. That's part of the reason why our price for meals going up. If we had 40 eaters every week, we could negotiate a better price point. But at 15 guaranteed meals, you're going to pay a higher price point.
Thank you, Rob. That's a wonderful explanation. So that helps. And that's where we are at the moment, but hopefully as we grow, maybe we can renegotiate that in the future.
And now that NTTA gives perks on meals.
Yes. That's right. You can pay for meals if you're told. Awesome. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed, say no. Motion carries. Thank you. That ends our club business. I appreciate y'all's help with that. You guys are very efficient. Is there any announcements for the good of the club? Lazaro, Mr. President-elect.
Well, we know a lot about the toll tax, so, and state. Anyways, so we got a couple things coming up, which we're very excited. Next Saturday is the Irving St. Patrick's 5K. And as of right now, we have the Ireland foreign minister coming to the event. And we're gonna have a actual ceremony there, so we kind of make it up around Joe Lopez as we go. But we sent them a formal invitation to come, and this should be a very exciting St. Patrick's 5K this year. That's Saturday, March 28th, March 18th. And then April 1st, as I mentioned last time, I'd love to see all of you guys there. It's the Irving Marathon, 11th year hosting that event. We are going to be having between 3,400 to 3,600 participants registered to run. So to use your help, greet people as they come in to the finish line, water stations, or just anything, but more come participate. So it's April 1st. You can find all this information on irvingmarathon.com, how to participate, how to volunteer, or how to get there to come and cheer on the participants. Again, this is people coming from all over the world. There's gonna be about 2,000 people completing the distance of the marathon, which is the Boston Marathon qualifier, and the half marathon. So, a lot of people. So, if you guys are free, April 1st, coming out. That's all I got.
Thank you, Mr. President-elect, and I do appreciate your races. They're always fun events, and I'm really disappointed that the one time I can't make the St. Patrick's 5K, you've got the Minister of Ireland coming. So I'm a little hurt that the one time I miss it, it's going to be really cool. So, I think so. They said that guy's going to wear a kilt, which is Scottish, and totally mess this whole thing up. So. Well, good news is, there won't be any flashing of the guy in a kilt this year, so we want to thank the Minister of Ireland. Ryan, we have an announcement.
Yeah.
Please stop talking.
Thank you, my friends. So as director of membership, it's all about bringing new minds, new perspective to the club, but it's also about serving our membership, right? And so through our service and our sessions, our membership really likes to get back, get into some of those things. So we're continuing to work with Jordan and cleanup, and with Terry with Irving Cares. So we'll keep your eyes out for different opportunities where we can actually do some work at our meeting, whether we're putting care packages together or doing things like that. And certainly we want to invite guests to those opportunities too, because that's what, as we bring in new guests like Aaliyah back here, who we've got here as a guest as well. They're interested in what we do as Rotary as an organization globally, but also locally. So stay tuned with that, and of course through our flags program is another great way to get back. But and then Terry has some great programs coming up as well. So those will be, as you hear about those events, those are great opportunities to bring guests. Say, hey, we got a good program coming up. Would you like to come join us? If you have any trouble having that conversation, let me know. I'm happy to talk to people for you. But I really appreciate you and excited to be a part of this club and excited to be a contributor to the growth of this club. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Ryan. I'm Director of Membership. We're excited that we've been getting some new members lately, so thank you for your hard work. We do have a happy hour coming up next month, correct? So stay tuned for that, because that's another wonderful opportunity to bring in new people and introduce them to our wonderful club. Are there any other announcements? We've got 1 minute left. All right.
You want to talk about flags?
Can we table it for next week?
Yeah, right, just let me give you the number.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
825.
825.
Last week I told you it was $6.99.
Yeah.
I sent out the email that said, you're a grand old flag, you're a high flying flag. That must have been what it was, but a great response. 825 at 80 common, 14 millennium, $46,000. So I'll be visiting with the 5 teams to see if you want to hand out some sheets. We're making progress.
Excellent. And that's also your reminder, if you're like me and you haven't, go ahead and pay for your flag subscription. So, thank you. That was really brief. I'm impressed.
Well, I got a big place.
All right. Yes, now we know we can't do it. So, we all please stand as we say the 4-way test. I'm going to invite our past district governor, Max Duplants, to lead us in the 4-way test.
Please join me in the 4-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First,
Is it the truth?
second,
Is it fair to all concerned?
third,
Will it build goodwill and better relationships?
and fourth.
Will it be all concerned? God bless you all.